The Acting Out podcast. This is it.
For our acting careers?
Fuck, what careers?
One of them involves a bigger penis.
Drink some brewskis.
I woke up at 9 in the morning and you guys were already drinking.
Do you think that maybe we're alcoholics?
It's not that bad.
It's supposed to be really bad.
Okay, well then that's just fucked.
Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that, but...
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Oh, well, it's fucking pointless.
It's very artsy.
I guess, yeah. Quite pathetic.
Okay, Trevor, it's you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... No, this is you.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Acting Out podcast.
Yeah, it's been a spell since we've done this, and we've got video now. Hi, you can see our
Hi,
ugly
you
mugs.
can see us, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
We're back, and we're starting off with a real sleeper of a movie. And I don't mean a sleeper hit. I mean a sleeper in that it was
I think
just...
you made a bit of money.
I did it? I would check on my phone, but because we're
You made
recording,
$14.95.
Oh, good for them. Did you
Oh,
guys...
not bad.
I mean, obviously, by the title, you know we're talking about Captain America: Brave New World.
Brave New World. It used to be New World Order, and then they changed it and they reshot half the film.
Oh, that makes sense. Why was it called New World Order?
Wait, what? Was it called? I thought
It was
called...
Captain America New World Order before it was Brave New World.
Why is that?
They changed the name as well after the reshoots.
Do we know why? Because it sounds very...
I think because it sounded weird.
sounds kind of Nazi.
Well, now I actually don't know what it's...
Brave New World.
Brave New World.
Okay.
But it was New World Order before
Yeah,
that.
well, I think the New World Order, they were kind of like, well,
Yeah, it sounds a little...
we're stepping on some toes here,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
with the geopolitical landscape in the moment. So
I
maybe we'll
think
back
that
that
was
off.
it, yeah.
Disney was like, I don't think we can. Let's not.
And they did like over $100 million worth of reshoots.
Ooh.
I read that too. I read that they did a bunch of reshoots, and the reason behind the reshoots was that the movie just didn't fucking work.
Yeah, the test screenings, everyone was like, this sucks penis.
I don't know how political we want to get either, but I do know that there was one character
Yes.
with
that
his Israeli heritage that they...
the little girl, the woman that looked like she was a dwarf.
Yeah, she was very diminutive, especially standing against all of these massive, like 6 foot whatever
Yeah,
guys.
but she still
They
took
might
down-
actually be that tall. They might be on apple boxes.
She still
like Tom
took down
Cruise.
everybody.
She was pretty good, though.
Can I say one thing right off the top?
Please do.
The fact that it was a continuation of a Marvel movie that came out 18 years ago was kind of weird.
What do you mean? Oh, The Incredible Hulk? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh.
How would anyone even like fans of even the previous phase
Yeah.
wouldn't even know that fucking movie?
Yeah, because it was the one Hulk movie with Ed Norton.
Yeah,
Exactly that,
2008.
too. It was. It almost feels
So how
like there was...
2008. That's what 16 years ago.
2008 was 17 years
17
ago.
years
It always
ago.
felt like they kind of did a soft reboot of that Hulk because
Yeah.
of Edward
And
Norton.
So the main villain was
Can you say Edward Norton again? You really hit the T.
Edward Norton.
Edward
Yeah,
Norton.
you say Norton.
I do.
Norton antivirus.
I do that with T's. I'm a
Just
T.
to-
I'm a T man.
Just
Hell,
to let
it used
everyone
to be.
know,
Go
the
ahead.
main villain was the character in Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton.
Yeah, Buster Scruggs. No, what's that actor's name?
I can't remember now, but I also know that he's the guy in the wheelchair in Minority Report.
Yes, he is, yeah.
And he's Buster Scruggs in the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for Buster Scruggs.
I feel like this movie was delayed way too long, and then it was pointless.
I think I enjoyed the movie more than you guys did, but I enjoyed
fair.
it really because of Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
Harrison Ford was great.
It was great.
Because he's taken over as the general from
What's his face?
Cold War. No,
Ross.
General Ross, but
General
what
Ross.
was why can't I think of the actor's name?
William Hurt.
Thank you. William Hurt was General Ross
Yeah.
in all of the movies, including
Civil War.
Civil War
and the Hulk,
and
right?
the Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he tragically passed away. R.I.P.
And
R.I.P.
Oh God, Captain America 2. What was it called again?
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. He was
Oh yeah,
also-
yep.
He was
That's
also
true.
Ross in that.
Those ones like Winter Soldier and Civil War were great because they're more like political thrillers that you superimpose this like superhero mesh over. And I thought they tried to do that with this one to a much lesser effect.
Yes.
Also,
agreed. Yeah.
Also, there was a cameo with Bucky Barnes, which he was in that Disney series with.
Oh, Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't he be in that? Why wouldn't he be helping him? Like, why would you show up and say, "Hey, how you doing? I gotta go." Why wouldn't he help him in the movie?
To kind of go back to what you were saying about, no one's going to remember the Incredible Hulk movie. They've kind of pigeonholed themselves now in that their bread and butter is having all of these as interconnected universes. These are all interconnected films, interconnected shows. And then
But you think if World War III was going to happen, that Bucky would be like,
Well,
hey, I'm going to give you a hand here.
this is just it. Kind of like then you kind of get caught in this thing where it's like, well, hang on a second. If something was happening on this scale, why wouldn't any of these other superheroes show
Yeah.
up? Are they
Yeah.
just taking a break? They're on vacation.
No, they said they're all disbanded on vacation, but Bucky was there. Don't have a cameo with a guy.
I just feel like it's a little, not the greatest writing, right?
It's just well, I mean, again though, I don't even know it's the writing so much as the like
Oh yeah, they've pigeonholed
the
like you said.
overall like story arc of movies going forward, TV shows they've got going on, movies they've had in the past, and they got to make it all jam together and work somehow. I just feel like a lot of the time, like especially now post Avengers Endgame and stuff, now it just kind of feels like.
What do you think of the
what are
new
we doing?
Falcon?
He was good. I like that. I like that actor. I thought he brought a lot of like pizzazz to the role. I just don't know if like this Captain America can really hold his own on screen.
Anthony Mackie's
Yeah.
a good actor, though.
He's a good
Anthony
actor,
Mackie-
but
I think he got the shaft by everything that's gone on in Marvel.
Anthony Mackie's
Yeah.
a great actor. I've seen him in a few things I really like him in. This kind of movie, he's more suited to be the Falcon, the supporting character that's kind of like still learning. It just doesn't feel to me like he really led the movie.
And then
And that might be a fault of the
and
writing.
you said that too.
Yeah.
And then the
Could
writing
be the
had
writing.
to reiterate that by saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a super soldier," like 4 times.
oh my gosh, yeah. Which also kind of kept making everything else like not as believable because I kept thinking like, well, he doesn't have the serum. How can he take on the Hulk?
Yeah, that's just it. It's just like I
Because of
get.
his fucking. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Because of his what's the Wakandan metal that they have? The special
vibranium?
Vibranium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had-
vibranium wings. And
Yeah,
They said that he got
But,
made
like,
a special suit, but
yeah.
like, that's kind of thing. Like, I mean, like, obviously you suspend disbelief in this kind
Yeah.
of movie, but
Yes.
that being said, there are still kind of rules, right? And the rules are that there are enhanced humans, there are aliens, like, there are ways
Mutants.
to suspend your disbelief, but still make it believable in this world. And that was the big sticking point for me. It's like this guy is throwing some kind of metal that is more advanced than we've ever had, strongest thing on Earth, yada yada yada, or second strongest now that they've introduced adamantium. But
Oh, yeah.
he's able to throw that, ping it off some guys, and then catch it with his arm. His arm would snap like a twig.
Oh, I know, because
Yeah.
that was the point they made in Captain America, that only Captain America could wield that
Because he
shield.
had that
Yeah.
serum.
Because he
So
had the super strength.
I feel like if you're
Yeah.
gonna make someone else Captain America, no problem. Give him the
remember-
fucking serum, so they'll at least be like, oh, that's why he can do that.
Why are
Remember
they
they
making it so like? Why is it so like he has not taken the serum?
I don't
Why are
know.
they?
Remember they made a fucking joke in one of the movies, I can't remember, where one of them picked it up and they went like this with it because it was so fucking heavy?
Oh yeah, who
That was
that?
Age of Ultron, right? Thor and
Yeah,
oh
somebody
no,
picked up.
No,
No, that
Thor
was with his hammer.
That was with the
no,
hammer.
someone picked up Cap's
Thor's
shield
right.
and it was so heavy they couldn't even lift it and it fell.
Yeah,
So it's like, well, how does Anthony Mackie do that shit?
yeah, it's the incongruity between the
works
movies
out.
that doesn't really work for me. Also, again, like having Liv Tyler back, I swear to God,
She voice-overed it.
She was superimposed on a green screen.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
phone call, that was like
AI.
AI or something. That was weird.
It's just like watching her show up at the end looked bizarre, and
Yeah.
she's never in the same shot as Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I thought
like,
that too.
as General Ross, and so like the CGI fighter plane scene was brutal.
Oh yeah.
Like especially in a post Top Gun Maverick. Like I get it, it's a Disney movie, it's a Marvel film. You don't need to actually get fighter pilots in jets.
No, but then
But-
don't make that scene then.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they think, oh, if we're gonna do a scene like this, it should look good?
Yeah, the whole movie felt like fine.
Fuck
at,
you.
At best, it was fine.
No, because the very first Iron Man, they had a fighter jet scene, and that I rewatched Iron Man not too long ago, and I feel like that worked pretty
Yeah.
well. They knew that they were low budget, so like they worked around
There
it.
was
It
only
was
two
like
fighter
it's
jets
like
too, and he was like on one of them.
yeah,
on your mic, buddy.
It was just, and it
He
was
was
just quick.
on one of them. Also, you said it the best. You said it should have been like made for. It looked like a Disney movie, like a streaming film.
Disney Plus film.
Yeah, and this is like, I mean, talk about a brave new world with where the industry has gone. It's just kind of they need to output all of this, not just Disney, all of these streaming services need content on there, and then they also want to make sure that they're feeding the theatrical releases and making those kind of bigger events. But
Yeah.
this to me felt like
I feel like
one of the few times where I went, this should have been a Disney Plus release.
It didn't have the chops.
Yeah, there wasn't enough stuff going on there. Like there was a trailer for Thunderbolts beforehand, and I was kind of lukewarm on that idea. But watching that trailer, I went, "Oh, this at least looks like a theatrical movie. Like this looks to me like something that should be experienced in the theaters." Just because there's explosions and CGI'd fighter pilot scenes doesn't mean it needs to get a theatrical release, I guess. But at that point, they were so far in
Oh,
with how
yeah,
much they
that's so
spent.
hot.
Yeah, with how much they spent, that I think they were just like trying to
They
recoup
were all
their
the way
money.
in. They were right to the balls.
And I don't know, yeah, hell yeah. I don't know what the international market did, because these movies tend to do a lot better internationally. So that might have been a play from their perspective.
Have you looked up what?
No, and I can't. I didn't bring my
Shit.
iPad. I'm on my phone. I can't get off
I
my
would
phone.
love to see what they made globally.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but we're just in this weird spot because I don't want theaters to go away, and here I am saying, well, like, this movie shouldn't have been released in theaters, and it's just kind of like we're kind of in this weird moment in entertainment where it's a lot of people don't want to go see the theater, like to go see a movie in theaters. They want to wait for it to come out post-COVID.
I think a lot of people still love the theaters.
No, you and I talk about this.
I disagree with you on that.
You and I talk about this. Look at the box office numbers. Like, that's data. How can you argue data?
Why would you want to? I find it insane that someone would want to go to the theater instead.
Name the last time we went to
I
a
hate
theater.
watching a movie at home.
Name the last time we went to a theater that it wasn't. You spent the entire movie. You spent the entire movie of Captain America having your seat kicked by a guy behind you.
Oh yeah, people are bad.
This is why. It's like there's just no one. Everyone has the attention span of a moth, as you always say, and no one can stay off their fucking phone or just be respectful of people around them in an enclosed space.
Not just the film in the theater. I love the whole atmosphere, the experience. Like, it's cozy.
I love how I remembered it to be, and I love the moment
Some
when
movies are still that way. You get the odd one.
rarely. We saw Nosferatu, and fucking 10 seconds into that film, like the three people in front of us were talking, and I have to go shut the fuck up, and then all of a sudden they're quiet the rest of the movie. But why do I have to do that?
Interesting.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, well, I was just gonna, kind of say, like, I find that the big budget movies, but now that you've said Nosferatu, because I feel like I've gone to a few more like of the mid-tier indie films, and I feel like that is kind of got this growing audience a little bit, but it's still not.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, because there's just like an air of pretentiousness around some of these films where I feel like some of them are being made for the sake of like calling it art, and I'm like, this isn't entertainment, but I guess those are two different things. And then I feel like some of the audience going to see them are a little bit hoity-toity. They're a bit like...
Yeah, so...
Oh, yeah.
Like,
But I still feel like that's a small amount of people.
But those indie films would be, I think, a decent amount of the audience are that.
Same
Really?
person will go to a craft brewery and enjoy one beer and then go home.
Well, yeah, it's like you get a flight and you're talking about all of these nice notes and stuff. It's like man, just enjoy what you enjoy, but don't pretend like you're elevated because of it.
I agree with that, but I feel like there's still like there's good movies coming out of that kind of like not new movement, because there's always indie films, but I feel like a lot of
Take Nora, for example.
Yeah.
That was an indie film.
Yeah.
It was, and
Won
it did
best,
really well.
I thought that was pretty
Best
great.
director, best actor.
I don't know how long it was in theaters for, but I think it was a limited theatrical release.
was,
and then when it became like award season, I think they put it back in.
Yeah, they did that with all.
I didn't know she was a whore.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
well,
God,
that's
nice.
I'm a sex worker. I think is the proper terminology.
I thought it was a whore.
I've known plenty of whores that aren't sex workers. So I mean,
Oh God.
Okay, yeah, she was just doing
men
it.
and women alike.
Or no, she wasn't a sex worker. She was a stripper.
Have you seen
sex,
it?
it is sex work.
Seen it. I just saw clips of it.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty great. I thought it was top notch.
She's a stripper.
What
And
did
then,
you say to me, Dave? You're like, I can't believe she won over Demi Moore.
I thought Demi Moore should have won that.
But you
best
haven't
actor.
seen Nora.
Yeah.
But just because of Demi Moore,
But it's like
it was a
saying-
strong performance, and she's got a lot of.
But you
accolades.
haven't seen the one that won. It's like having a steak and then being like, I think this steak is better.
Well, no, just based
you
on
didn't try that one.
That was her first leading role in a film, and she won an Oscar for it.
Maybe it was a lights out performance. I have yet to see it. I will.
I thought it was pretty great, but I also feel like, how do you choose the greatest performance?
Well, you saw both.
Yeah, and I think
What'd you think of Demi Moore?
I thought they were both great performances, like both top notch. I think
that
if
mic, Shay.
I thought if either one of them won the Oscar, I was happy. I was like, they both
I don't think she
were
even thought
killer.
she was going to win it.
No, she didn't. I don't think. I
saw a few different excerpts from people who wanted to remain anonymous that are in the Academy, and it was like, oh, did you vote for Dune 2? And some of the responses were like, it's not my kind of movie. I didn't see it. I'm not voting for it.
I hate
insane.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Not seeing it. I heard that about a few others.
The films didn't even see some of the films.
No, yeah,
Anyone
isn't
in the
that crazy?
Academy can vote.
That's fucking bullshit.
Well, yeah, it would be bullshit. It's almost like saying that you think Demi Moore should have won when you haven't seen Nora.
No, but I'm just saying because
They actually moved the needle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they actually. Yeah.
I agree. I think it's ridiculous. I think
That's crazy.
I just feel like if you're not going to watch them all, then don't vote.
yeah, or don't
Right?
even be on
Exactly.
don't even be part of the Academy.
Well, I can see people wanting to be a part of the Academy. That would make sense to me. I just feel like, I'm going to abstain because I wasn't able to see them all. Okay, fine. Then let the people that watch them all which clearly either they had more time or a voracious appetite to get through these films. Let those people vote.
That being
I
said, I
agree.
didn't
I
think Dune
completely
2 was
agree.
as good as Dune 1. Dune Part 1.
I thought it was better than Dune Part
I'm
1.
not a Dune guy.
Really?
Yeah, I was not really into Dune Part 1, and I liked
Oh, I
Dune
thought
Part 2.
Dune Part 1
So
was great.
I think it was an incredibly well done. Both movies were incredibly well done.
Exactly.
Denis Villeneuve was incredible.
It was the first time
I
that-
thought all the acting was insane off the charts.
I thought it was the first time it was a production where I was just excited enough, to, like Lord of the Rings, to watch the next.
Yeah, it was it was a
chapter.
spectacle, and it wasn't a spectacle for the sake of being one.
No,
It
it was just a
the
well-made
story lent
film. Like
itself to it.
Yeah.
couldn't wait till the Part 2 came out because of how good Part 1 was.
I totally agree.
I
Just
felt-
not for me.
The only other time I felt that way was with Lord of the Rings.
I'm gonna go back to a food analogy. It's like I don't like mushrooms. So if you cook me an incredible steak and you get this
I love
this
that.
amazing like reduced mushroom sauce and stuff, I'm not gonna enjoy it. But I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not for me.
that's fair. I guess
You
I'm
said it
kind
like
of
you're from
similar.
Boston. I'm not
Boston?
going to
I'm
enjoy
just-
it,
But it's not
It's
for
not
me.
for me. It's not
that
for
was,
me.
That was more New York. I think what I just did there.
Me too.
Boston's a very tough accent to do.
We completely veered off of Captain America because there's nothing
Well-
to say about
well,
it.
But I think
for-
it's interesting, the conversation it sparks.
I think a couple reasons. One, there's not much to say about Captain America. Two, we haven't done this in a while, and we've all seen a bunch of movies, so we're kind of just talking about everything.
Bottom line is, I feel like they made it for the sake of making it. They're like, we
Well,
have
yes.
to make this.
They're like going back to Captain America now. Yeah, they're stuck in that machine.
Yeah.
like that's kind of like they're a victim.
I feel like that was next on the list, and we have to have this done.
They're a victim of their own success, and also, I think there's a bit of it, maybe not even a bit, maybe a decent amount, where it's like give the people what they want, and like this is what you guys are telling us you want.
Like, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Doesn't that piss you off that that was made and they did that many reshoots, but they scrapped Batwoman?
Well, different studios.
No, I know, but
But
it's
I
still
see what
like,
you mean, like
I
that.
think they put more effort into Batwoman than they did with I mean, Batwoman was probably more of a substantial theatrical film than
Yeah, I
Captain
think-
America, fucking Brave New Order, or the fuck.
Yeah. I think with that, like with was it Batgirl or Batwoman? I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, Batgirl. Sorry, Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Yeah.
Like you have Brendan Fraser playing
Yeah,
the
as
villain. You have
Pyro?
Michael Keaton coming back. Like there's a lot
That
of like.
sounds like an amazing film.
Yeah.
And they scrapped that, but they kept going with Captain America?
But yeah, because Batgirl, like Warner Brothers at the time was in flux, right? They were in they were changing. Like Peter Safran and James Gunn came in and took over, and Warner Brothers, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing with their franchises. Disney though has had these franchises going for almost 20
No,
years.
but
Yeah.
and they had a test screening of it, and they said it was amazing.
Yeah, the test screening went really well.
Yeah.
They just had to clean up like a bunch of the effects and
So
stuff. Like it
that
was-
pisses me off beyond belief.
Yeah, Warner Brothers, but it kind of goes back to what we were saying about is it a streaming release? We need to get this in the theaters. It's all about dollars and cents now, right?
If I was James Gunn, I'd go back to that and release it.
I don't know what the contracts are like. I don't know if he
Do
could.
some reshoots,
and he's,
tweak it,
and
release
he's the head of the studio. He's not the head of Warner Brothers though.
No,
Like,
I know,
he's the
but
head of
I'm
DC
sure you
Studio.
could say, like, I want to go back on this one and look at it and redo a couple reshoots.
I don't know if
That'd
your
be cool,
If you're,
but
yeah,
I-
you may, but if your boss put a bullet in the back of someone's head and you went like, I don't know if that was a good idea. Any way we could resurrect that? They might be like, this is a non-starter.
Yeah, but they didn't burn the fucking footage.
They did.
They burned it.
So basically, what happened is like they did one screening in the lot, and then
And they said it was
this,
amazing.
This footage is done now. We're deleting it all. Now it's probably still around, but the reason they can't go back to it is because the reason they did that, Warner Brothers did that, was for a tax write-off.
Can you imagine?
So if they were to bring
they
it,
wouldn't be allowed to. It's over.
no,
Yeah.
it's like legally you can't.
Can you imagine
That's
if
so
you were an
fucked.
actor on that movie
Yeah.
and
I can't remember the lead's name,
You
her
spent
name,
4 months
but
filming it, and you're
Yeah.
so excited, and you're like, "This is my career. This is gonna make my career," and it's
Yeah.
you're so proud of it, and then they don't even release
and
it.
like there's something to be said of
Yeah.
like, oh, I got into actor to do the work, and that's totally true. Like I was talking to someone today about, I got a call back tomorrow morning for a commercial. We've done a few, like the past couple weeks.
What
had a
callback
decent
did you get?
for an insurance commercial,
That insurance one,
the dad one, yeah,
the Project Insurance.
yeah, the one where like the baby's huge.
Oh no, I didn't do that one.
No, that, but you were there when I filmed it.
Yeah, that
right?
was a good job. Yeah, great job.
Thanks, but. I was talking to someone today about it. I was like, yeah, I've had a decent amount of auditions lately and stuff, but I'm like, this isn't why I got into acting. It's not to do like commercials. They pay well if you get them, but it's like you're not really doing a lot of acting. I don't have
Oh,
a
the
living.
process is good. You're still involved.
This is what I'm saying. So I can imagine. Again, I can't remember the actress' name, but the one that got cast as Batgirl and spent months training, and then you do all these.
Oh, she
scenes.
still
You
got
have
to do it.
scenes
You're
with-
saying?
She still got to do it, and like that is a lot of it. But at the same time, when you don't get to see a finished product, I would be very frustrated by that.
Yeah.
So I
She
get
got to see the finished product though.
but no, like the visual effects were not done. Like a lot of stuff wasn't done. They probably had to go in for reshoots and stuff if they were going to keep it going. But to not to have your hard work seen by people.
Yeah.
Like it's not about being famous. It's not
No,
about.
no, it's about.
But it is
pleasing
about.
the audience.
Well, it's just about like
Did I do a good job as this character?
I put in work on this, and I really want people to see this.
And you know the
And then
level,
that furthers your career.
Yeah, and you know the level at which Batgirl would be. It's
On
like,
that Mike Shea.
You know, yeah, the level at which Batgirl would be is huge. Like that would be hitting the theaters, millions of people seeing it. So I get that it's to have that all of a sudden, like no one's gonna see it. We deleted the footage.
Yeah,
like,
so
oh
to like
my God.
to still have got paid for it, and to still be like have those scenes with Michael Keaton, have those scenes with Brendan Fraser, be able to like, you know, have those different stunt scenes that you've trained for and accomplished. Like that is one thing, and like that can't get taken away. But at the same time, I really like it bums me out for her and for everyone, like even Brendan Fraser too. Like,
he said it too. He's like, I thought it was a fun film.
yeah, and it bums me out that people can't see the fruits of their labor, all for a tax write-off. And then they did the same thing with Looney Tunes.
Yep.
Like they had Acme versus the Roadrunner, or Acme versus Coyote, I think it was called. And it was a live action mixed with animation.
Well, it was supposed to be good, wasn't it?
Will Forte was the lead, and he said he just mentioned something again a few weeks ago about it. He's like, I'm never going to stop beating this drum because this movie was fucking awesome. He said it was so funny, it was so well done, everyone killed it, and then we're just basically at the end of some P&L sheet now, where it's like no one's going to be able to see this movie because once Warner Brothers set precedent about burning like a multi-million-dollar movie like that just for a tax write-off. It's open season on anything. Because, like, if you get cold feet in the 11th hour, fuck it, guys. You know what? Let's not put any more money into it. Let's just fucking take a tax
they've
write-off.
been doing that forever.
No.
They did that. They almost did that with. Did you ever watch what was it called? It was on Paramount. It was about the making of Godfather.
Oh, yeah.
And
I didn't watch it.
They almost did that.
Yeah, but like
they almost scrapped it at the very end.
But that's what I mean. Like, as far as I know, Batgirl was the first one, especially at that level, to like for any studio to have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were. But if you watch it's so good. It's on Paramount. It's a series with.
Paramount has nothing, so it's good.
You got to watch it. It's so good with
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, that's what I hear. And then they have that new show coming out with Pierce Brosnan and Tom Hardy.
Oh yeah,
that one looks good too. Yeah.
But what's it called? The Proposal? I think The Proposal or this.
I think you're right. I think it's Proposal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the Sandra Bullock movie.
Yeah,
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
that one? Sandra Bullock?
It wasn't called The Proposal, was it? No, I think it was.
I think it was. I think you're right. I think it was called The Proposal.
It's really good.
Shit.
It's about how the Godfather was made. It's a miniseries. Just 10 episodes and it's over.
Yeah, it's hard to cut through the noise now because there's a lot of great stuff getting released on all these different streaming platforms. But because
I like miniseries. I think they're the best that just conclude at the end of it.
yeah, but then you get what was that one? Big Little Lies.
Was that?
Oh, now it's not a miniseries?
They did it as a miniseries,
Oh,
so they
yeah,
got
but that's
entered
good.
into like all the award seasons as a miniseries.
But all
Then they were like, "Now we're gonna do a second season."
all the recent miniseries I've watched have all been amazing.
I watched Zero Day on Netflix with Robert De Niro.
Oh, I'm on the 3rd episode.
Okay,
Is it good?
it's kind of like House of Cards means 24.
Okay.
It's
I think it's okay.
cool.
It's fine. Where it ends, you're kind of like, okay, but some really great performers in it.
Paradise is really good too.
Haven't watched it yet. Don't tell me the finale just came out. I'm going to start it, but they just
Bruce Willis is dead the whole time.
shit. They're just firing up the second season on that. I love Dan Fogelman. I think the guy's a genius.
I like
so.
the lead actor, the guy
Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, he's
Just
incredible.
the
And then
best.
James Marsden's in there as well.
Oh, shit. I should
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
Shut up, dude.
No. What?
No, shut. Like I haven't seen it, and you have the ticks.
No,
Just
I was
stop.
saying. No,
I already have an
because
idea.
of his performance, not because anything happens.
Okay.
I thought his performance was a little hollow.
You can take this to the bank. I guarantee
hollow.
that is not it.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the first couple episodes of Daredevil Born Again.
Oh
was
yeah,
it?
what'd you think of the last scene of the second episode? Whoa.
So it's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm really digging it. I heard that they weren't going to dive into his Catholicism at all, which I really enjoyed about that
They did
character.
in the 3rd season.
In the first, in all the Netflix seasons, like the first season.
Yeah. But the 3rd one was heavy on it. Remember when he was?
Yeah, and I heard that Born Again was
When he
not
came
going to
back
do
to
it.
life?
But there was a couple moments already in the first couple episodes where I was like, oh, they're definitely not shying away from it. But
Sweet.
I guess we'll see how the rest of the season goes.
But remember the 3rd season, because at the end of the second he was dead.
I just rewatched them all, so
Yeah.
I know for sure.
Yeah, the beginning of the 3rd when he was in the nun and
Yeah.
he was trying to get his
in the nun.
hearing back.
He's in the
Convent. He was in a convent.
Yeah. No, he was in the bottom of a church, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a convent.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right.
he was all fucked up, and he
Okay.
couldn't. He didn't have hearing powers and shit, and the nuns brought his confidence back. It brought his faith back to get back out there.
Yeah,
sweet.
I'm not. Yeah, no. I mean, like, fuck religion, and I'm not a big fan of Catholicism. But when it's done
You
like
blasphemer.
that, yeah.
Blasphemer.
When it's done like that, well, with a character that makes a lot of sense, I think there's nothing better because watching a character kind of really wrestle with morality and what it means based on their belief system, I still find incredibly
Because
interesting.
it makes
and-
you more involved with the character.
Exactly. I feel like it's just more well-rounded than
Like, also, yeah, it's just interesting. Characters written that way are just more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
And-
like you can learn a lot more.
we did, and that was kind of the only part I liked about Captain America: Brave New Order, whatever the fuck it's called.
Brave New World. It was
No, I
New
know.
World or before that.
Was Harrison Ford's character really had that in spades, I thought. And it's been so much fucking fun watching Harrison Ford in these different projects over the past 10 years, just kind of taking on stuff that I haven't really seen him do before. Well, no, I cannot recommend Shrinking enough. I never thought I would find a new favorite
I like
show.
the
or new-
sidekick too. I was
Okay.
rooting for him. I was worried about what was going to happen to him. I
The
thought
Falcon
he was,
guy?
Yeah, I thought he was a good character.
Yeah, he was fine.
I liked him.
But there's like it didn't emotionally ground the movie. He didn't emotionally. ground
No,
the
but
movie at all.
he had stakes for me. I was like, oh, it's
Yeah, he did a great
I
job.
thought he was good.
and you gave a shit what happened.
Yes,
to him.
that's what I'm saying,
Totally.
yes.
Yeah. Whereas Harrison Ford, though, you could just see him wrestling with decisions that he had made and really wanting to do what he believed was right, and then also it was just at the end of the day all for his daughter. Like just wanted that connection.
Anthony
back.
Mackie did well too,
Anthony Mackie was fine. I just feel like whether it was the writing,
and the guy that was the super soldier from the 40s. That got
he was
locked up,
incredible.
He was the best.
The
yeah.
like the original or the second Captain America.
Yeah,
whatever.
well, I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either, but I was like, this guy has every fucking reason to go berserk on you people.
Yeah.
You just like use him and abuse him for decades.
Yeah, I was genuinely like worried.
Yeah, when he got like
was
sent
gonna
back
get
to
out of
prison.
Yeah,
It was just like fucking hell. How much are you gonna put this guy through? It was brutal, but it was the movie just was like. It felt like a stepping stone towards whatever they want to do next, and just kind of tell.
It felt like a second season of Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Yeah. It just felt like a movie that they needed to download information to the audience so that they know what's happening in future films.
Yeah, we want
Not
to.
a
We gave
movie-
you some crumbs here.
I feel like MCU's been like that for a while now.
On that mic, buddy.
I feel like MCU's been like that for a
Pussy.
while now.
You fucking pussy.
No, I totally agree. And
Yeah.
I think some of it probably has to do with the Jonathan Majors stuff.
Yeah, he has a movie coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he got cleared in court. I don't know. Allegedly, all this is alleged because I'm not. He's not
we
gonna
don't-
sue
we
us.
don't-
We're
we
not. We're on nobody's radar.
He has an indie film that's supposed to be amazing about him
Well,
trying
Army
to be
Hammer's got an indie film. An indie film means shit.
Army Hammer's nuts.
Kevin Spacey has an indie film.
Does he really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
Coming
he
back.
did.
Brian Cox just gave a letter of recommendation to his boy,
To who?
Spacey.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Brian Cox was like,
Brian Cox.
leave Spacey alone, basically. Swear to God.
I was gonna say Spacey's probably the only one in Hollywood that actually deserves his.
Well, Weinstein.
And Weinstein.
Sorry,
Yeah.
besides Weinstein.
I don't know.
I felt like the actions he did, he actually used his stature to abuse younger
For like
men.
decades. For
Yeah.
decades, right?
And I feel bad for like their entire lives being ruined, but it does also wreck House of Cards for me. And there's
Also,
something
don't
on the same
fucking,
scale.
Also,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah, but
Kevin Spacey can get any man he wants.
we've talked about this. It's not about the sexual gratification so much as it is the power over
no,
someone.
I know. It's like I said about those 5 rookie hockey players
Yeah, I don't even want to get into that.
that all got
Okay, what did I just say?
their careers ruined. No, I'm just saying their careers are over.
Yeah, good.
Before they started because they wanted one party. Like, hey guys, have
Yeah.
some self control.
Well, yeah, but again, it's not about having self-control so much as it is this is what does it for me.
I don't think
Yeah.
that did it for him. I think it was power. I think they just thought.
Yeah,
This is what
exactly.
does it for him.
Yeah, the power is what does it. For Kevin Spacey.
Well,
I don't know if
again,
these hockey
allegedly,
players-
I don't know. I really was like, I knew a lot about the Kevin Spacey stuff when it started, but then, like most people, I kind of
What he did to
trailed
that
off.
young actor that was in his play was fucked.
the guy that was in Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, made him stay back to clean and then started like
Yeah.
unbuttoning his shirt. He's 16 years old. Like,
Okay, calm down. You're getting me going here.
I know, but that's
Oh,
like
God.
like some of the other stuff. You're like, oh, okay, I can see how they're. Like,
Yeah, it's fucked.
But this was like straight up fucked.
Yeah. Kevin
Straight
Spacey.
up.
It's
Yeah,
fucked.
no. I mean,
Like, what do you do to this kid?
they should cast him as a villain in the next Captain America movie.
God.
That would be inspired.
He knew the kid was going to suck his dick because he was the lead
Okay,
in the
well,
play.
geez.
Wow,
there we go.
there it is. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, that's how it works.
if he
Power dynamic.
Yeah, if he offers but goes, there'll be zero repercussions if you say, "Wait, is this kid underage at the time?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah. He was a kid.
Let's say that it was someone of age, and
Oh, and then it's just like,
someone
yeah,
went.
and then you say, oh,
"Look,
I'll do it.
I would love this to happen, but there will be zero repercussions if you say no. Totally fine with it. Is that okay?
Yeah, this one he got to coerce.
Wait,
the
wait,
kid.
wait,
Yeah,
wait,
wait, what?
So let's say you got cast in a play.
Okay.
At the age of 19.
And the lead wanted
19.
to
Okay, so VFS times, right?
I mean, that's topical.
And the lead had the hots for you.
Yeah, the lead had the hots for you. Very powerful actor. Someone that you looked up to was like, hey, I would love for you to go down on me. But if you say no, zero repercussions, I'm not offended, totally okay.
Okay.
Do you think that's okay?
I think it's tricky though because they are still like
Yeah.
more powerful.
So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
you're saying this to me, but is it okay?
Yeah, that's tricky. 19, and they're already famous and
Yeah.
established, and
Yeah, so if you said no,
Yeah.
you have to worry about them saying like to the director, "Oh, I don't want this guy in the play anymore." He's
Okay,
tough."
what about at the
Yeah.
end of the play? You've been together months now.
Yeah. Then
You've
there's
been
no
hanging out.
stakes.
There's been rapport. Well,
What's the?
There are
nothing's
stakes
gonna-
because-
there's no repercussions.
well,
do I want to suck the dick in
Well,
this situation?
well, I
no,
mean,
we're
you're
talking
open
about
to
a woman,
it.
a hot woman,
Well,
Well, I
so
mean,
do I
that's
wanna-
totally different.
or
No.
whatever you're into.
Well, but
whatever genitalia you're into.
I think
Yeah.
wasn't the point of it that he liked preying on people that were ambiguous about what they were
Yes.
into? Yeah,
Yes.
so that's kind of the point I'm saying, right?
Yeah, okay.
now the play's done, but potentially, Kevin could maybe give you a leg up,
Kevin.
right? Maybe. It hasn't said he would, but you've got along really well together. So
Oh,
you're thinking
God,
this,
yeah,
so
it's complicated.
Hasn't said anything. Hasn't said for sure I will, and now this is on the table. But then I'm
My
asking, is it
brain-
okay to ask?
Or is it okay to ask?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. And also maybe a power dynamic is not nearly there because the play's done. Like it's the rap party.
You know what I
That's
understand?
true. Because then it's more like maybe it is just flirting on a.
Yeah.
If it is the rap party, I feel like in that situation, fine.
I would
Maybe.
suck that man's dick at the rap party in the
Yeah.
hopes that I could get his agent.
Yes.
Do you know what I don't understand though? Is
There
that
it
why
is.
don't they just say no, and then if the guy does anything, be like, I don't know why this is an issue. I didn't want to. That's it. It's clean cut.
I don't think it, but it's definitely not. I mean, like the psychological
No, but
factors.
no,
Yeah.
no. When you think about it,
This is fucked. Disney's gonna love us talking about this movie.
This is on the Captain America
I'm
episode.
telling you, when you think about it, okay, say Kevin Spacey's done that to the kid. He's 60 years old.
But like that's a rap. The second you say kid,
He's
it's
kid.
a rap.
It's
No,
like,
sorry, the teenage, whatever the fuck.
No, that's a rap.
but he.
But I'm saying, like,
Adult
why would you
male,
just say-
young adult
why would
male.
you say no? You're older
Get on that
than me,
mic.
I don't.
But he's
you're older than
16.
me, I don't want to do this, and that's the end of it.
But he's 16 and it's Kevin Spacey.
Yeah,
I feel like
the power dynamic comes into play there 100%.
yeah, as
But I'm
a
still saying like a normal, like
As a
rational
30-year-old,
person,
it
like,
would-
fuck no. What are you doing?
But-
I'm
but-
going home now.
But you're not. I don't think you're really putting yourself in the mindset of someone that's like 18, 19,
He didn't have a
starting
gun to
out.
his head.
But he had a love gun to his head. So, like the mindset of someone like that age being, and like it is like it's not
I'm
just a
just
straight
saying,
up question.
I'm
It's
just saying
grooming
if Kevin
too.
tried to ruin his career
That's
and he
it.
didn't do that, I would just come out and say, "What? The guy asked if he wanted to have sex. I didn't want to. I was like, what are you doing? I'm going home. That's it. It's over."
Yeah, but it actually it informs every interaction you have going forward.
yeah.
Yeah, but how?
And
is
he
it-
was grooming.
How would that?
like
be?
you said.
Yeah, but I don't get it. Like, if he tried to ruin you because you didn't do it, you could just be like, "What? This doesn't make any sense."
But again, his position.
I'm not gonna talk about it.
His
I
position.
said
his
no, and
power-
that's it. I
His
left.
powerful friends. He'll just be like, "This guy's a liar. He's trying to ruin me." He'll fucking bury him, and then
Yeah.
your career's done before it started.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
find it weird how they just don't say the truth right away. Like, I said no. I'm going home now. Clean up your own beer bottles. I'm fucking
Well,
done.
he
lot
may
of-
have tried. We
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
a lot of people will have opinions before anyone even says anything.
I'm
So,
saying I find that weird. I'm not defending
I think
any of
what-
it.
I
I'm
think
saying,
what-
like so bizarre that people wouldn't just like be like, oh, okay.
Well, in
because
that day and age too, it was different. To like,
it's not even that different now. I just feel like people will have opinions on other people, and regardless of what someone says about that person that they like, they'll be like liar.
If Cap had a
Yeah,
shield
yeah.
over, if Cap had a shield right here,
Get on that mic.
Cap had a shield up to his waist, and he dropped
Yeah.
it down, and he had no pants on.
Yeah,
And he said, "Suck my
yeah.
my dick."
Suck little cap in here.
Yeah.
Suck little cap. He's got a little helmet on it.
Yeah.
Jesus
Or you
Christ.
are you not going to be part of the Avengers?
Well, that's okay.
I think that'll probably happen for the Thunderbolts.
And you know what, Disney, you're
How
welcome.
much time have we done?
I don't
Yeah,
know. Probably. I mean, how much time have we done on Captain America, or how much time have we done about Nora and you thinking Demi Moore should have won, and Kevin Spacey being a predator?
Yeah. Well, it's all part
All
of
of the above.
It's all part of the pot. I'm just stirring it all into the cauldron.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this light on Captain America spice, heavy on some other stuff.
Is there really anything to say about Captain
Yeah,
America?
it's a
It was
light
Captain
movie.
America.
It's a light movie.
Mr. Ford, I'm sorry for all of the Kevin Spacey talk.
There was a beginning, middle, and end. Hey guys, Captain America, beginning, middle, and end, and then we left.
Yeah.
I think
6 out of 10.
I think the Marvel stuff's in trouble. I don't know how they're going to pull out of it. I think that getting the Russos back for 2 more Avengers movies and bringing back Robert Downey Jr. sounds great on paper. Again, it's giving more people what they want. I just don't think it's going to end well.
But now when you watch those, when we watched the Endgame and Infinity Wars, there was so much. There was 10 years of build up. To
Yeah.
it. Now if they come back and do it, you're watching it. It may be great.
It'll be 9
you see all
years.
your superheroes.
It'll be 9 years in between Endgame and.
I know, but nothing's happened. There's
is
no
it?
like.
It's been a lot of starting and stopping.
Yeah, do you
I
care
feel
about
like.
any of the
No.
fucking?
What is it?
story-
It's Secret Wars, and what's the other one? Doomsday?
Doomsday. Yeah, but like it could be awesome, could be amazing, but there's no like I'm gonna watch it and be like I didn't care about any of the stuff that led
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah, and again, I think it's victim of its own success. It's just it's a form of storytelling I don't know if we've ever seen, where you have literally decades of interconnected forms of media,
And then you're watching it and it's amazing.
and how do you service? But again, those movies were just like tentpole movies. There was maybe 2 a year. It was easier to follow. Now you have TV shows, you have spin-offs, you have films, and it all becomes convoluted and honestly too much for most people to follow. So then it's like, how do you service what you started?
Well, tell
while
that to the theater of fans that are clapping and cheering at every scene in
Which one? Not Brave New World.
Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, but that's what I meant. Like, to your point, it was the culmination of like having basically 2
Love that
movies
word,
a year.
culmination.
Hell yeah. Because it's like, it sounds like culmination.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 movies. It's relatively easy to follow. All of these characters are beloved, and it's you get to see them with their own films, then together. That's basically it.
Yeah.
But then post that, the past 8 years,
None of the movies have.
well, it's just like
what's that word? Congealed.
congealed means it's like a liquid that forms into a solid.
Yeah,
like
none of them formed together.
Yeah, none of
like
them.
you had
Okay,
Eternals.
yeah.
Cohesive?
They
They weren't cohesive.
They were cohesive.
Yeah, I think yeah. And I
None
told,
of them, like Eternals, was like they didn't want to talk about it.
I didn't
that
even
was
see
supposed
it.
to be a huge.
yeah, I didn't even see it, and it's
Yeah.
just kind of
They
like
hired the director from No Man's Land to do it. She did 3 films.
Wasn't it Nomadland?
Whatever the fuck it was, I never saw it. I heard it was dog shit on a plate.
Nice.
You
Didn't
are-
that
you're
one
the
Best
king-
Picture, right?
You're the king of having opinions on movies and actors you haven't seen. And things.
Yeah.
You saw it and you said it was horrible.
I did. Yeah, but at least I saw it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I saw snippets of it.
Okay. Well, come on. You can't
So
know a
snippets
movie
on
from
Instagram
snippets.
Reels.
Well, whatever. The movie's fucked.
Okay. Well,
I feel like I can say that. You know what this is like to me? It's like someone that complains about how the world is going and they don't vote. I'm like you
I
just gotta-
vote.
I know, but like,
yeah.
you gotta see the movie and then you can bitch about it.
But I've heard the movie came out fucking 5 years ago. I've heard tons about it.
Yeah, I don't think you should waste your time watching it.
it won Best Picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
And Best Actress.
And I haven't seen it. But Best Actress
Frances
was,
McDormand's incredible.
She won.
Yeah, but that movie was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, it was not good. I don't even know what it was up against, but I don't know which one. But I don't get a vote, and I don't even know how many people that voted actually saw that movie because here we are. That's kind of like the summation of everything we're talking about. It's just
Culmination.
a lot of people making decisions based on 1 or 2 things that are devoid of much relevancy of the thing they're voting on. Mm-hmm. And that's how you get Brave New World.
And that's a perfect place to end off
Is it?
there.
Yeah,
All right.
great.
Guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you made it through. Mr. Spacey, don't call us.
Yeah, sorry, Kevin, but you fucked up too many times,
Sorry,
man.
too many times. There's just okay. One time is enough of it.
Yeah, I think one
Yeah.
time was enough.
Yeah, we're gonna go see the monkey now, and that'll be our next one. So,
Yeah, woo.
not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to it. So, we'll see if
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
Yeah.
If I can actually, if I can garner up the courage to get through this thing without killing myself.
Always white front
on.
to back, and we'll see you soon.
There it is. Later, guys.
Okay, swag out.
Swag out.